We are live. Awesome. Okay, let me close this. Perfect. Let me just check Facebook. Hold on, guys. We look tech savvy, but we're not tech savvy with Facebook. Yes, we are live. We're on here. So that's awesome. So today is pretty exciting because I actually have Kyle here with us, and he is the head of our marketing at Gut Can Be Happy. And he's like the guy that took me from 3 followers to 200K, an amazing coach. And right now he's working with us, and he will be working with you guys as well, helping you on your journey. So this is pretty exciting. And yeah, so I'll just be waiting for a second. Kyle, do you want to explain about your background?
Okay. So previously I worked in a 0 to 10K guarantee on TikTok. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing, granted you guys work with us, is teaching you guys short form. Short form is the new age marketing that is absolutely free. It's better than paid ads. And it's what is making certain businesses go from maybe 10K a month or even 0 to a lot higher. And especially in the high ticket area, that's my personal bias. I love the high ticket area. I love coaching programs. So yeah, that's pretty much my background.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah. And he has worked with a lot of different niches and different backgrounds, but he definitely does have experience in the health and wellness field. So that's pretty exciting. So let's just get right into it. The video that we want to break down for you guys, and I can give you share screen access, Kyle, if you want to pull it up. It's about cortisol. So literally, once you understand this simple technique, your video is gonna blow up and you're gonna see so much results and so much success. And I want every single one of you to post it in this group once you've done it. I mean, there are different various factors. The first factor is like your account has to be in good standing. You shouldn't be shadow banned. You got to use the right trending audio, the best hashtags, the good lighting, something visual, something interactive. But like all those other factors aside, this alone is going to get you so much success with your TikTok videos and obviously making more impact as doctors in our field. So Kyle, you have the share screen access if you want to pull up the video, and let's get started.
Okay, let's go for it. All right. Hold up. It does not. There we go. Let me just pull this. Okay. So I remember actually this being posted. This is actually insane. This is one of your few like major pushers for leads. So just to kind of break this down, this is just text posts. This wasn't anything special. We didn't have to employ a crazy script or VSL in order to get this. Literally just text. And a lot of it is just very simple. Okay, let me look at this. All right. Started teaching my clients.
Personally, what happens on our end is we pick a topic. So obviously, like I'll just chime in for like 2 minutes of background info before you dive into the logistic of it, Kyle. Is
Okay.
all of us have our own unique talents, our own niches. And I know like it's been a while that we have this group running for us practitioners on how to impact more lives. By now, you probably have the one topic that you really want to talk with everybody about. Mine was about gut health because that's my expertise. Yours could be about adrenal health. It can be about stress release. It can be about neuroplasticity. Whatever that it is, make sure you have established yourself as that. You have that clear message going across. So once you know who your target audience is, then you can use this exact method to get leads, which is exactly this, as we like to call it, a pain post, pain awareness post. So go for it, guy.
Okay. So a lot of this, when you look at it, you have to look at who you're posting for. And that's usually people who are unaware, problem aware, and solution aware. And a lot of these people who are coming from a health background are very much problem aware because they know they have symptoms. So when you look at this post, it's like, okay, she's an authority figure, started teaching my clients. You go down the list, she's addressing some of the major issues, adrenal exhaustion, leaky gut, all that. And once you go a little bit deeper into this, she acknowledges a time frame. Everyone loves getting better quick. And this is pretty good for a time frame for what we're employing. Everybody's going to be different when it comes to like what you're targeting health wise. But then it just goes into the pain points itself. Better sleep, no more tummy weight, being the best they've ever been. Like these are all pain points that you're hitting here. And then there's a call to action at the bottom. So a lot of it is hook, value, and everything I just explained.
Yeah.
That is the simplicity of it. And then she has the call to action as well.
Yeah, and this is why it's important having your profiles optimized. So I know last week we talked about it a little bit, and we helped Lavinia too. I don't know, you guys can see her profile of how she was and how we fixed it. But essentially, you want to like have an optimized profile. Once you have that, then whatever you want to talk about, like I know with Dr. Alicia and her team, we are going to work on establishing them as the stress release people in the field. So with that said, if I was Dr. Alicia wanting to incorporate this exact post, I would be like, okay, what are the common symptoms that people who have stress face? Okay, it's going to be lack of sleep, not having enough energy, maybe they are irritated or moody. What are symptoms they face? Maybe they have gained weight, etc. So what you would do is you would do that. You would say like, started teaching my clients. That's usually a good hook. Or you can say POV when my client X, Y, and Z. So that's what we do. So started teaching my client that, their lack of energy, their lack of energy, lack of sleep, and weight gain caused by their highly stressed lifestyle is actually a sign that they need to work on the stress. And once we started working with that, once we started releasing their stress, all their symptoms magically disappeared within 6 weeks of working with us. Because I know Dr. Alicia said in 6 weeks, they will get that stress release transformation. So their clients would feel better and no longer have the problem. We can help you too. Now, this is another catch in a sense, like we can help you too, but you aren't messaging me the word regulate on Insta. So she can say, we can help you too, but you aren't messaging me the word, relax on Insta, relaxation on Insta. So if you have people watch your content, but you don't really have like a clear direction, you don't tell them where they should go next, then they're not going to do it. Or your audience, they have a very short attention span. They're Gen Zs. Don't look at us. We're also Gen Zs, but we're a different kind of Gen Zs. But yeah, they need that clear call to action. And yeah, so like this is what I noticed. Another doctor, his views was perfect. He was consistently going viral, but he was getting zero sales from his social media. Reason was that he never had any call to action. He never had that signature offer. As doctors, we want to help everybody. And by wanting to help everybody, we basically help nobody, because then we just get few people. But if you're super focused, then you attract so many people, and then you're able to help so many people. We do have another video, Kyle. Remember the one that says like, it is not normal to X, Y, and Z, and it hit like 6.5 million. I don't know.
You might have taken it down because I know you've taken some of it.
I think it's on my TikTok page. Oh yeah, I'm not normal here. I'll send you the link. This was a repurpose. I'll just send it to you via text. You can pull it up. Yeah, this video hit 6.5 million and I just reposted it. So that's the other thing you guys can do. Once a video goes viral, after minimum a month, then you can just repost it again. Given that you use the right hashtags and the right audio, then it's just a proven concept. The algorithm knows that it already likes that video, that audio, all that stuff. So yeah, this was another format that we used, if you want to pull it up.
Okay. Do you mind sending that in the Zoom chat?
Sure.
And then we can go through it.
Yeah, and if you guys in the meantime have any questions, feel free to post it and copy. Okay, cool. Let me see. Maybe. File. Okay. Cool. Copy. Okay, here we go.
There we
Yeah,
are.
the next one you can pull up.
Okay, here we are. This is also fairly simple. Okay, this was a repost. Okay, that was the 6 million one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we can. Yeah, so this is extending problem awareness. So people already know that they're not healthy, but she's giving the reason and then just listing everything out. It's super simple and it normally attracts the right people. Sometimes it doesn't. It really depends. You have to have a healthy account when it comes to posting. And as soon as it becomes healthy, everything kind of, when it comes to the algorithm, it does organize it a little bit better to the people who actually want those pain points. But for the most part, it's the same process as the previous viral video. It's literally just naming, calling out different symptoms and what is not normal. And then people are generating curiosity just because it's like, okay, I have the pain point. Okay, you're an authority. Okay, you can help me. All right, now I'm wondering how you can help me. And then there's call to action. So, and then it brings that traffic over, and then they either, I mean, you can do Calendly, you can do DMing. You can do any variation. Some stuff has more or less resistance. It just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. Exactly. And the beauty of it is, like, if you have the other aspect of it, right? If your profile is optimized, because if it just says something random, when they see your video and they go to your profile and they see a random thing, they're not going to follow you. You do want the followers. As long as the lighting is right, it's not a dark room. And believe it or not, like, some of you guys think adding on some like filters or bubbles or, like purple effect or something like that is going to be helpful. It's not going to be helpful. I used to think it's helpful, but as I learned, oh shit, it's not helpful. So like, really, you just need that good light. It's going to be super important. No shades in your face or whatever. I'm still learning all that stuff. And using the right hashtag. So nothing that's too like blown up, like something between like 100 to like a few million, not more than that. And the right audios. Hopping on those stuff is a guaranteed bulletproof way to go viral and to get the bookings and to get attracted to attract your ideal clients. I did have a call with somebody the other day and they were saying, well, it's not really about like followers for me. Like, I just want to serve more people. And I thought that's very interesting because the thing is, yes, it's not about followers, but at the end of the day, more followers means more impact. It means more people have consumed your content and they want to buy.
As well, just having a core audience that's able to push your content, because everything on TikTok is super retention based. So just having followers that push out your content over, almost like a cult following almost, where they push your content out, get more eyes on you. You're literally maybe getting another client just because you have more core audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, when you know exactly who you want to serve, then you attract the right people too. Like, I know some of you guys like entertainment, you guys like holistic health, you guys like business, but then that's so broad. You're not gonna teach the algorithm. The algorithm is kind of like your pet in a sense. You gotta teach it and train it. So if you just give it mixed signals, it's not gonna learn. So yeah, don't give the algorithm weird signals. Just like be super focused. More focus means more success. But yeah, do you guys have any questions so far? If you do, feel free to post them in the Facebook channel. And maybe we can break down one more video, Kyle, something that has like a similar structure.
Okay, yeah.
Just want to make sure that everybody understands. Maybe like the not normal section that one has. Yeah.
Okay, so this in itself was a very specific problem. This is yeast, chronic yeast infections. When it comes to like this style, you have to hone in on what's actually the biggest pain points in your own health industry. So for this, when it comes to candida that is literally directly connected with gut health, you have to think about whatever you're serving, whether that's stress, whether that's yoga, whether that's fitness. You have to think about the biggest pain points and their problems, and at least either identify yourself as an authority, like, hey, I know how to help you, in order to get people to follow you because they have that problem, or at least make them think in a way that they never thought before. Like, okay, this is a problem, and this is maybe some value I've never thought about before. So extending on to this, although this is not completely showing a solution, this is just explaining that it's not normal. There are other formats that you can use where you, on top of extending awareness to the problem, you then include the solution. So I'll pull that up. Let's see. This one right here. So this is a cortisol post that is really big on TikTok. Cortisol is a big issue and it's just hot right now. It's in its prime. She's giving a value, very simple piece of value, and she's just saying hibiscus tea helps with cortisol. And you can see that this got like, I guess I can't scroll all the way up, but this got about 100K likes. It's as simple as that. It brought in, I don't know the exact numbers here. I think it was like roughly between 200 and 400 book
We had
calls.
so many opt-ins from that. Like, I don't know,
Yeah, opt-ins.
500, 1,000 opt-ins, which means like people gave us their email addresses and phone numbers, and they were like, yeah, give me a call. I want to learn more about gut health. So it's powerful, guys. Like, yes, we did go to school to become doctors, but the truth of it is, if you don't know how to use social media, if you still think you need a website in order to get clients, or that you need an online practice, I mean, you need an in-house practice in order to help people, those ideas are all outdated in a sense. What you really need is passion for serving people, which we all do. And the second thing is you just need your computer. With that, you can like reach so many people. You can like make videos which take just like few minutes, upload it, and that's it.
Exactly. Let's see. This is a pretty successful format in itself. I wouldn't say like go exactly like this, but if you go in different niches, you can find different formats that you can literally translate over the pain points and value slash solution, and put that in your niche, and it will put you ahead of everybody else in a sense. Like, this right here was pulled from a different niche, and then it was just modified a little bit, just this format. So being able to analyze and just pull from what's already working is very important.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I want you guys to see is like, really the purpose of this group is to provide a lot of value. And it's not like another coaching program or another mentorship program where we want to teach you business. It has nothing to do with that. Like, really, I want you to see, wow, I'm getting so much value from this group. Imagine if I actually work with Mel and her team one-on-one, because believe it, this is just like the beginning. Working with us one-on-one is going to unleash so much to you. Like, Kyle is going to really hone in on the content, really show you what's possible as far as virality goes. We're going to help you scale up your biz so you can really make more impact and just make the whole process super smooth. Because as I was doing my own business, I went through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of stuff that I was like, damn, like, why couldn't they tell me that this was not the right thing to do as a holistic doctor? So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been an account manager for about 150 clients, and I don't know, 15 different niches. And legit, it doesn't take As soon as you like have that understanding of like finding content and just being able to look at it, it's a lot easier to make content. Let's say you have a practice or I guess modality that isn't as popular. It is possible to bring those to TikTok even. It it's good to go with what's successful, but just being able to understand that you can bring what isn't on TikTok and actually create the pain points for it and start it. Maybe not go as viral, but you will be able to retain some views and some clients.
Yeah, exactly. I do want to apply this same concept to Suzanne, who I was speaking with her. She's amazing. She's from Germany, and she really wants to help people to basically heal chronic conditions by using neuroplasticity, so rewiring your brains. So when we had a call today, we really discussed like her passion, her genius, and that was her genius and her true talent. So she can literally do the same format. Suzanne, if you're watching this later, feel free to use this too. But obviously, we're going to give you your whole content calendar and virality playbook. But you can bring the same concepts and apply it to the same format. So, Kyle, like the people who basically are sick, they have chronic health conditions, they are facing like negative programmings. So there's some mindset problems, there is some like limiting beliefs that, oh, I can't heal. There is also like negativity, endless loop in their mind that I can't like work on myself, or I can't like heal, all that stuff. So the way, how would Suzanne like go about like kind of like see what's popular or apply the same concept to neuroplasticities, which is like limiting beliefs, having a negative mindset, which by doing that, our body doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you think about something, automatically your amygdala thinks that it's already happening. It doesn't have that distinction. So yeah, like mind body power is super powerful. So
Yeah,
how would you design that for her, so to say? Like if you were just like based on the info that I gave you, like how would a text like that look like?
so for a text post or her overall account?
I think let's just do the text post because we want to keep her overall account for her onboarding on Monday. So we'll discuss that for her. But like if she were to talk about like, you know, neuroplasticity, apply the same format. I just want to give like some example to people so they know like how they can apply the format of started teaching my clients, bring in the pain, and then bring in awareness and a CTA. Like how would that look like?
Okay, so for neuroplasticity, I would probably tie that more to a little bit more of like mindset and stuff, but for the most part, hmm, let's see, neuroplasticity specifically. So neuroplasticity is the sciencey part of it. Even like gut health is a sciencey part of it. So we have to bring in the pain points. And most of the time, a lot of the people that are maybe concerned with brain health and maybe like how their brain is and learning and stuff, it comes down to uh, I'd have to do a little bit more research when it comes to neuroplasticity, but let's I'll put it like this. When it comes to neuroplasticity, it'd be like, oh, me teaching my clients that the brain isn't stuck the way it is. It's not, it's plastic and it's able to do X, Y, and Z, and you can fix it like this. It's like maybe apply it in a brain health angle, basically, or that you're able to learn.
Yeah. So something like me teaching my clients that if you rewire your brain, you're able to have the life that you dreamt of, no longer be in pain, heal your chronic conditions, and be the best version of yourself. We can do this together in 8 weeks, but you just keep scrolling. Is that like kind of like what you're thinking of?
Yeah, I'm not too keen on the topic of neuroplasticity, so that kind of put me on the
I
spot.
noticed. Yeah, it's okay. You guys, Kyle is now 20% holistic. We're working on making him 100% holistic.
I have so much to learn. I have like nothing. I know how to make people viral, and as long as you have the knowledge, I can help you. But having the knowledge itself, I'm a little lacking there.
Yep, that's okay. That's okay. You have a whole community of doctors here, and you're gonna teach us how to go viral, and we'll teach you about medicine. So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. So same concept. Or like, let's talk about Danielle. I know she just recently joined us too. Super exciting. I know when we were talking a few days ago, we were thinking of bringing in like yogic philosophy on how to heal from trauma. So like an account like that, like if Danielle were to just like, post something on TikTok today or do a reel on Instagram, how can she apply that into started teaching my clients, like people who, I'm assuming, Danielle, you can correct me later if I'm wrong, people who are facing trauma, they usually are living in a fight or flight state. They are not they basically have lower energy, based on what I'm assuming is that they have lower energy because there's like so much struggle going on internally, and they also have limiting beliefs, I would say. So I think when I think about it, I would say like me explaining to you people that you can break free from traumas and experience a new level of energy, um, a new um, a new conscious way of living, and increased energy, conscious living. What did I say? Oh, and come out of that fight or flight state into a parasympathetic relaxed state, and we can do that together in 4 weeks, but you aren't messaging me the word heal on Instagram. So kind of like that, like list out 3 top pain points, list out the outcome that they're going to get, and a CTA at the bottom. Does
Okay.
that make sense? Like, is that how you would do it? You can expand on it. Obviously, I was just like blurting stuff out, but yeah.
Just to kind of throw this out here, the mental health people that I've worked with, they use a slightly different format.
Okay.
When it comes to mental health, they're already pretty emotionally charged people when it comes to closing. So in a sense, a lot of it is relatability. So a lot of the formats, so I think I can just I'll just pull up one of my previous people. A lot of it is, in fact, like relatability. So for this person, for example, who's in the mental health niche, her name is Therapy with Sarah. She's an anxiety therapist, and a lot of the times it's coming from a first person perspective. So like you can see this, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but put a finger down, anxiety edition, and it's usually like, oh, this is one thing that you experience anxiety with, this is another. It just goes through that, and you can see that. I mean, let's see, that's still got like 27K. Some of her let's see, let's actually look at her outliers. I can sort this up, see what happens. I don't know how long this will take.
So by outliers, because like people need to understand, it's just a video that blew up in that account. So if you have consistent 50K views and all of a sudden you get like a million view, the 1 million view is the outlier. Or if you consistently have like 200 views and you get like 100,000 views, that video is the outlier, the 100K.
Yes, exactly. So just picking apart her like biggest video here. Do not ignore these signs. These are all things associated with anxiety itself. So it's coming from a relatability standpoint. These are just things. I mean, people may or may not have anxiety with shaking their legs, but this is just something that fidgeting. This is something that makes them feel understood, or people who identify that have like, I guess, think they have anxiety or ADHD even.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, 5 signs you have anxiety. My therapist told me that's another one in the mental health niche is like, my therapist once told me that's a hook in itself for people who go to therapy or want to go to therapy. It's just about identifying like the formats that best go with your audience as well. And for males, that's clearly like the symptom pain point. And for someone who is in the mental health niche, this obviously is like signs you have X, which also overlaps with Mel, but it's different. And then it's like 5 signs your anxiety is getting worse. Like you can kind of scroll down and look at the hooks.
Yeah, exactly. We did get one question on Facebook. Dr. Tammy says, so we can actually give a time frame of healing on TikTok. We can't do that on Facebook or IG. So as usual, as doctors, we don't want to say this is going to heal, treat, or cure or diagnose you unless if you are an MD. So we are not there to make any claims. Like, be careful with that on TikTok. But obviously, like, you can share the outcome that yes, like, we can work together, help you on reversing your condition, bringing you back to homeostasis, regenerating, like all those subtle keywords that we use as replacement, you can use it and just give a time frame that if we do this for X amount of time, you can see results. So yeah, that's totally allowed. And TikTok is a very freeing platform. So that's the beauty of it. It's not like, you're going to get banned or you're going to get deleted or you're going to get censored for saying something. Like, that's exactly why with our audience, we start with TikTok, we build their following, and when there are clients, and then we go into other areas of Facebook and Instagram where we would send people to Instagram. But TikTok is the platform like at the top of the funnel. We bring in the leads, we nurture them in Facebook and Instagram, and then we start working with them in our gut health practice. So yeah, exactly, Dr. Tammy. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to post it down there. If you like to schedule like a one-on-one call with me to see what we can potentially do for you in our one-on-one mentorship that we have, we would be happy to help too. But other than that, we'll just let this go on for another 2 minutes in case somebody has questions. If not, we can call it a day.
I can also add on to what you were saying about the platforms. TikTok, the concepts that you get from TikTok are very important just because of how the content sphere is evolving. You can apply a lot of the things you learn from TikTok into other platforms, but there are subtle differences between other platforms that you will learn. For the most part, its algorithms are different on how they push things out, but retention, just focusing on like, okay, how can I keep this person watching, hook them in and keep them watching for the whole video, is something that you just want to learn for all your videos.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But yeah, any questions?
That's basically Kyle's specialty. Like, he's brutally honest. He's like, Mel, you got to be a bit more aesthetic here, or after here they're gonna drop off, nobody's gonna listen to you. And I understand, like, I felt like such a dinosaur. Like, I have screenshots of my text back when I started, and if a dinosaur like me was able to become an influencer now, that just shows like it's proven. Because I get overwhelmed in crowds. I don't have like a huge social type of like personality. I'm very much introverted. I like people. I mean, like in a Zoom online setting, I'm really effective, but in like real life, like I don't have like a huge extroverted personality. And that's the beauty of it. Like, you can be however you want to be, and you don't have to, like, you can protect your energy. If you don't want to, constantly be with people at an in-person practice, you can have an online practice. And like, the more unique you are, the more people are going to love you on TikTok and obviously other platforms too, because you're going to attract your type of people who really resonate with you. Like, we get so many people, so many texts every single day saying, hey Mel, like, can you help us too? And it's just proven, like, people want to work with me, they would definitely want to work with you, and it's super exciting. So yeah, awesome. I hope this was, of some value for you guys. Let us know in the comments below. We do want to hear it. We do want to get inspired to push out more training videos like this. So please give feedback in the comments below, and we'll see you all next week, hopefully with something more exciting training coming up. But yeah, bye. Cheers.